The photographs that follow are a brief glimpse into my father's life as a photo reconnaissance Spitfire pilot during World War II that have been put together by Santos. So most sorties were flown from San Severo, which is in southern Italy, and Dad was attached to Squadron 683, where he performed 90 missions. There's also a photograph, the Wolfsburg Prisoner of War Camp. That's a famous photograph taken by my father. He took the last flight over Europe when the war ended, and it's now lodged at the Canberra War Memorial Museum. The book Spitfire, the plane that crushed Hitler's dreams, is for sale. It costs $25. That includes postage unless you live on the other side of the world. Dad returned home from the war to a family that was eager to see him. They were waiting at the exhibition buildings when he stepped off the train in Spencer Street and travelled up by tram to the exhibition buildings where all the families were waiting for the pilots who'd returned and other servicemen who'd returned home. My parents made a decision at that point. Dad didn't want to fly. Mum had stopped teaching. They opened a small cafe in Drysdale called the Boomerang. And within 2 years, they'd made enough money to buy a house outright at Ringwood. It was in this little house that Alan and I grew up. Alan and I both went to Ringwood High School, and I went on to become an art teacher, and Alan went on to become a taxi driver. And Mum and Dad used to take us on these amazing holidays, which were a real demonstration of my father's affinity with the bush and also with fishing. He became he was always a really great fisherman. And finally they retired. My parents retired down to Yanaki, which is right near a marine park. And the fish that, of course, my father was always chasing was the King George whiting. Now, Dad was a dead reckoner as a Spitfire pilot, and these skills really came to bear on his ability to find fish and then go back to the spot where he knew that they were. And the local fishermen used to watch my father just to make sure, he always came back with a catch, and if they knew where he'd been, they would come back with a catch too. Mum and Dad lived out their days at Yanaki, 101 people, tiny town. They had a 5-acre property, they grew their own vegetables, and of course Dad fished. Friends came to stay. It was so close to Wilson's Pride, all the great beaches, and as a family, they were great fun to visit. They were great storytellers, or Dad was a great storyteller, and Mum just loved feeding everybody. She was a fantastic cook. On this one Christmas, in the whole time that my parents were alive, and that was in 1972 when I was in Kathmandu. So, as I said, great food, great company, and a great family, bound together. We had a very strong ties with each other. So I want to thank you all for listening to this short narrative that I put together with Santos for you to have a glimpse into the life of the Rittmans, and particularly Dad as a photo reconnaissance pilot. So thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. That's it. So I'll say goodbye, and we'll leave it at that. So thank you.